All right, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening? Mount Rainier. When I tell people I'm from Washington State, they go, "Oh, by Seattle?" I'm like, "No. I beg your pardon? No. As far away from that city as I can get. Ain't no silliness going on out here." And that's about all I'll say about that. Anyway, we're out here in the peace and quiet, and I have my Nording. Check this out. Eric Nording pipe. I have 3 pipes from him. So, and in it, I have a bowl of Seattle Pipe Club's Wild Man. Man, what a nice day. Sun's out, not too cold. It's probably about 46 to 50. I'm not sure. I haven't looked, but it's chilly, but the sun's shining right on me, so we're doing good. Got my homemade tamper. I made this out of a, can't remember what size shell this is. I think maybe a 410. Then I carved this piece of wood and burned my last name in it. We're out in the LB Hills. This tobacco's pretty good. I haven't had it in a while. You guys out here doing some target practice. So I figure it's a perfect time for a pipe chat with y'all. I figured we'd have a little chat about this guy right here. Bigfoot. I got a Bigfoot story for you. So when I was little, my grandpa was a logger, and we'd always go up on the logging roads with him and everything when we were kids, riding along in the truck, and he'd be telling us Bigfoot stories. And my dad too. My dad was always into scaring the crap out of me and my brother with Bigfoot. I remember we would get out of the truck in the middle of the woods out here, and we'd be running around. All of a sudden, well, on the way up, my dad would go, "Keep your eye out for Bigfoot. We're in Bigfoot country now." And then we get out of the truck and we're running around looking for you know, sticks and stuff to whittle up into spears or whatever. And we'd look up, and all of a sudden, my dad would be gone. We're like, "Where'd Dad go?" "I don't know. Where is he?" And the next thing you know, you'd hear him behind a tree going, "Ooh, ooh." Always scaring the death out of us with Bigfoot. Now I've passed that on to my kids too, but back to the story. So, when I was about 8 years old, my dad had bought a uh, Kawasaki 125 Enduro motorcycle. And he would ride it around out in the pasture and down through the woods and all that. And I always wanted to ride that thing. And he would tell me, "Well, if you can start it, you could ride it." But it was too big. I couldn't touch the ground on it. And so what I figured out was I could push it up to the horse pasture and get up on the fence, sit down on it, use the fence to hold up the bike, and then I'd have the leverage to kickstart it and fire it up. So after a couple times of like riding it around up by the house there, I wanted to go down in the field. There was a 50-acre horse pasture, and then beyond that was woods. And my dad said, "Okay, you can go down to the horse pasture, but I want you to keep it under 25 miles an hour." There was a speedometer on it. I wasn't allowed to go any faster than that. He said, "So you can ride down there, but if I look down there from the house and I see you going over that speed, you're done. You're not going to be riding it no more." So I was like, "Okay." So I'm riding around out in the field, and then I decide to venture off into the trails in the woods. So I'm out there goofing around on it, and I come to this like muddy spot, lose my balance, tip over, kill the bike, and I was only 8 years old, and this was like a grown man bike. I could not pick it up, yet alone have anything to balance it on. But I was struggling. I'm trying to lift this bike back up. I can't get it back up on two wheels. Struggling. I'm down there for, oh, I don't know, about an hour. Make sure nothing's sneaking up on me here. We're prepared just in case that happens. But anyway, so I couldn't lift this bike up. And then I hear some rattling around in the bushes. I'm like, what in the world is that? So I'm looking. I don't see anything, but I could hear something rustling around out there. So what pops in my head? All the Bigfoot stories. My dad was constantly scaring the crap out of us with. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Bigfoot's coming to get me. And it's getting closer and closer. And I'm looking, and you start seeing things, seeing shadows, seeing stuff move around. Now I'm scared to death. So, those stories when you hear people get these crazy bursts of strength all of a sudden when the adrenaline's flowing? Well, let me tell you what. Boy, my adrenaline was flowing. Somehow, I picked that bike up, hopped on that thing, and kick-started it with nothing to leverage myself on. And I got that bike fired up, and I started hauling ass. I'm moving. I'm going through gears. I got that baby pinned. I come flying out of the woods, hit that 50-acre pasture. Horses are running everywhere. We had a bunch of horses. I'm ripping through them. They're running off every which way. I'm not looking at the speedometer, but I'm fifth gear tapped. Did not care. Well, my dad was up at the house looking down on the field there, going, I thought I told that boy not to go over 25. I was going as fast as that Enduro would go. It must have, I mean, it was pinned. So I think top speed on that thing was probably like 50, 55. I did not give a shit. Bigfoot was not getting me. I come ripping up to the house. My dad is pissed. He's like, boy, I thought I told you not to go over 25 miles an hour. I'm like, I know, but Bigfoot was trying to get me. Bigfoot was trying to get me. I was just trying to get away. He's like, what? I said, Bigfoot was in the woods trying to get me. But then my mom comes out. What's going on? My dad's like, I told him not to go over 25 miles an hour on that bike. He had it wide open coming through the field. I said, but Mom, Bigfoot was trying to get me. She just looks at my dad like, she just gave him that look like, you cannot say shit to him. You have scared him to death with Bigfoot stories since he was born. Oh, God. Yeah. So there wasn't much he could do after my mom brought that up. He just kind of shook his head and walked off back into the house. I thought for sure Bigfoot was coming to get me in those woods, and it gave me the strength to lift that bike up and haul ass. It wasn't too long after that where he sold it. But I was like, I came home from school. I was wanted to ride the motorcycle. I'm like, hey, Dad, where's the motorcycle? I sold it. But if you want something to ride, you can hop on the tractor and start plowing that field. Now I do the same thing to my kids. Hide behind the trees. Ooh. There are a lot of Bigfoot stories being told out here in the Northwest, but I haven't run into them yet. Yeah, I love living out here. So I think we're just gonna call it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the view. Mount Rainier, nice quiet pipe chat in the woods, little Bigfoot story. Anyway, stay safe out there. Enjoy life to the fullest. Try to block out all the noise. And until the next one, I bid you adieu.